Good morning class. In today's class we are going to discuss some of the numerical of exercise 18.1 chapter mensuration. I hope you have learned the things which were discussed in our previous class regarding the formulas of a rectangle, its area, perimeter, square, its area, perimeter. So let us have a quick revision of some of the figures, 2D figures, their formulas. Okay. So the very first is rectangle. Of rectangle, the area is length into breadth and the perimeter is twice of length plus breadth. For a square, the area is side into side and its perimeter is 4 into side. For parallelogram, its area is base into height. Okay. Now, let us start discussing some of the exercise solutions of the same chapter. So, already we have discussed numerical 1 of exercise 18.1. Today, we will be discussing some more numericals of the exercise. Let us discuss the second numerical of the exercise. The question is, a rectangle is there whose length is 16 meter and breadth is 9 meter. So, let me make a rectangle. Okay, let me make a rectangle whose length is given as 16 meter and the breadth is given as 9 meter. Okay, so this is a particular figure. Now here it is asking, find the side of the square whose area equal to the area of rectangle. So first and foremost, let us find out the area of rectangle. Okay, so what is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. So this will be 16 into 9, which will give you 144 meters square. Okay. Now as per given question, it is saying that the area of rectangle is equal to the area of a square. Now that is area of a square is equals to the area of rectangle. So it will be equal to 144 meter square. And what we have discussed regarding the area of a square, it is side square. So side square can be equal to 144 meter square. From this, we can easily find out the value of side. So side will be equal to the square root of 144 meter square. And we know that the square root of 144 is 12 meter. Now can you see, we have calculated the side of the square. Okay, so then question it is asking to find out the side. So we have found that side of the square is equals to 12 meter. Now further it is asking, find how much does the perimeter of rectangle exceed the perimeter of a square. Now after finding the side of the square, we can easily find the perimeter of a square. Now what is the perimeter of a square? Obviously it is 4 into side and the side is 12. So 4 into side. So this will be equal to 48 meter. Now we have to compare this perimeter of a square with the perimeter of rectangle. And the perimeter of rectangle, the formula is twice into length plus breadth. Here the length is 16 and the breadth is 9. So this is 2 into 16 plus 9 will give you 25 and this will be equal to 50 meter. Now can you see the difference? The perimeter of the square is coming to be 48. The perimeter of the rectangle is coming to be 50. So what is the difference between these two perimeters? The difference in these two perimeters is 50 minus 48, which is equals to 2 meter. Okay, so the same it is asking, by how much does the perimeter of the rectangle exceed? So the perimeter of the rectangle exceeds the perimeter of a square by the difference, and the difference is 2 meter. I hope this numerical is clear. Please do have a quick look over the numerical so that we can go for the next one. In this numerical, first we have found the area of rectangle, which comes out to be 144. And as per given question, we have that the area of rectangle is equal to the area of a square. since we have area of the square is side square, so from here we can find out the value of the side. That means we can find out the side of the square, which is 12 meter. Now since we have found the side of the square, we can easily find out the perimeter of the square, which will be equal to 4 into 12 and is equal to 48 meter. We are already having the particular measurement of length and breadth of the rectangle. From these two values, we can find out the perimeter of the rectangle, which is coming to be 50 meter. And comparing both the perimeter, we can know what is the difference between these two perimeter, which figure has a greater perimeter, which one is having less perimeter, and by how much they both differ. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, now let us move to the second numerical. Okay, now let us move to numerical third, and the question is two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. First let us make parallelogram. In the parallelogram, two opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this is parallelogram. It is given two adjacent sides. So the measurements are given 24 centimeter and 18 centimeter. So obviously 24 centimeter will be the measurement of the longer one and 18 centimeter will be the measurement of the shorter one. Okay. Now it is given if the distance between the longer side is 12 centimeter. This is the first longer side. So obviously this will be the second longer side. The opposite sides are the longer one. And the distance between them. So the distance between them can be drawn perpendicularly. And this is equals to 12 centimeter. Okay. Now from here, from these given values, can we find out the area of parallelogram? Yes. So area of parallelogram is equal to base into height. Okay. Now here in this figure, what is the base? Base is 24. And what is the height? Height is 12. So base to height. Now after the calculation, we can get the area of a square, okay, which is equal to 288 centimeter square. Is that clear? Now, further it is asking, find the distance between the shorter side. Now, the shorter side is having the dimension of 18. So, this will be also of 18 centimeter. Let me rub this one. The distance between these two longer. And now let us consider that the distance between these two shorter ones, okay, these two shorter ones be D. Okay. Now, whether we consider the distance between these two longer sides or the shorter sides, the parallelogram is same. So obviously their area must be also same. Now, again let us consider the area of parallelogram by considering the new base and new height. So the new base is 18 and the new height is D. Okay. Now, since the parallelogram is same, so their area will be same. So their area will be same. Therefore, 18 into D, this area will be equal to this given particular value. That means 18 into D, which is the area of parallelogram by considering the base as 18, will be same as the area which we have calculated by considering the base as 24. Now from here we can easily find out the value of D, that means 288 divided by 18. Okay, and this will give you the value as 16 centimeter. So we can say that the distance between these two shorter sides is equal to 60 centimeter. I hope this is clear. So first, we have taken the area of parallelogram by considering the base as 24 centimeter and the height between these two longer sides was 12, and we have calculated the area as 288 centimeters square. And further, we have taken the new height as D between the two shorter sides. Okay, and we have calculated the area as 18 into D, that is base into height. Since we know that the parallelogram is same, so their area will be same. Therefore, 18 into D is equal equals to 288, and from this value easily calculate the value of d, that is the distance between the two shorter sides. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Now let us move to the next and the last question which we are going to deal today. Okay, so this is question number 4 of the exercise. Okay, now let us come to question number 4. In question number 4, the figure is already there in the book. And what is the figure saying? That there is a square plot. There is a square plot. Okay, so this is a square plot, and the side of this square is given as 24 meter. Okay, now inside this square plot, okay, Rajesh wants to construct a house. In the middle of this, he wants to construct a house. This is the house whose dimension is given length as 18 meter and the breadth as 12 meters. So we can easily guess that the house is constructed in a shape of rectangle. Okay. Now, what it is saying, that the garden is developed around the house. So around the house, around this, within this square, around the house, there is a garden. So let us say these are the garden. So first let us find out the area of the garden. So how we are going to find out the area of the garden? First, let us find out the area of the square plot. So what area of a square plot? So the area of a square is side square. Each sides measure 24 meter. So this will be 24 square, and this will give you 576 meters square. Okay. Now in the center of this square plot, a house is made. A house is constructed by Mr. Rajesh. He has constructed a house which is in the form of a rectangle. So let us find out the area of rectangle, or the area of a house which is in the shape of rectangle, and that is equals to length into breadth. So what is the length here? 18. What is the breadth here? 10. So length into breadth, and this will be equal to 216 meters square. Now we know that around the house there is a garden. Now from the square area, if I subtract the area of the house, we will get the area of the garden. So what is the area of garden? So area of garden is equals to area of the square plot minus area of the house. So that will give you 360 meters square. 360, that is 360 meters square. Okay, this is the area of the garden which has to be constructed around the house. Now it is saying, find the total cost of developing a garden if the cost of 1 meter square is equals to 50 rupees. Now it is saying that if 1 meter square of the garden is created, it costs 50 rupees. Now as given question, the garden has to be constructed 360. So what will be the cost? 360 meters square. So cost of construction is equal to, what is the area? 360. What was the area of 1 meter square? What was the cost of 1 meter square? That was 50. What will be the cost of 360 meters square? That will be 1800 rupees. I hope all the numericals which we have discussed today is clear to you all. Let us have a quick revision of this particular. Here we have the area of the square plot, which comes out to be 576 meters square. Inside this square plot, Rajesh decides to construct a house. So the house in the form of rectangle. So we have calculated the area of the house as 116 meters square. Now around the house he wants to develop this garden. So what will be the area of the garden? Area of garden will be the area of the square plot minus the area of house, which is equals to 360 meters square. Now it is given that the cost of 1 meter square is rupees 50. Therefore, we have calculated the cost of 360 meters square. That comes out to be rupees 1800. I hope all the three numericals which we have taken today is clear to you all. Please complete these particular numericals in your copy. Along with these numericals, I have also uploaded a PDF. Please do understand the numericals in PDF as well, and do try to complete those numericals numericals along with these in your copy. Thank you.